Hello everyone, Joe here from Luvele. We're back for our weekly Luvele Life recipe. We're aiming to create a delicious recipe weekly for our amazing customers. So be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Today I'll be making and baking up a super easy rustic paleo strawberry and yogurt bread. This bread is fluffy, loaded with sweet jammy strawberries and full of gluten-free and paleo ingredients. With the addition of homemade yogurt, the batter becomes extra creamy and gives an added tanginess that makes it perfect for breakfast, morning tea or afternoon tea. Now I have a small confession to make. I've never really baked in my life, but our legendary recipe creator Barb showed me that this recipe is super easy and will be a walk in the park. And it was. I'm now converted. It's so simple because all you need to do is place all of the ingredients into the Luvele Vibe blender system and blitz it for 30 seconds into a thick batter. Then throw it in the oven and in just over an hour you have a beautiful warm paleo bread to enjoy. So let's get baking. So first up, before we add all of our ingredients into the blender, we want to add 1.5 cups of almonds. So they go straight in. And what we're going to do is just quickly blitz them up just to break the almonds up a little. And we're just going to do that by pulsing them. Perfect, so they're broken up. Now it's time to add the rest of our ingredients. In goes 4 eggs. Next we're going to put 1/2 cup of homemade yogurt. You can use dairy or coconut. Next is 1/4 cup of maple syrup. 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. You can add more or less depending on how sweet you want it. Now 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. 1/3 cup of melted coconut oil or butter. We're going to use grass-fed butter today. Now goes in 1/4 cup of tapioca flour and 1/3 cup of coconut flour. We're going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And lastly, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now we're going to fire the blender up. It's going to take about 30 seconds. Turn it on, select the nut feature and power it up. So the last step is to put 1 cup of chopped up strawberries into our batter. I'm just going to chop up some strawberries into little chunks. You want a little chunky bit like that. So it'll create a really jammy strawberry texture within the bread. So now we're going to simply fold in our 1 cup of strawberries straight into the blender jug. We're going to use a 20cm bake tin to make our bread today. I've lined that with a piece of baking paper just so it doesn't stick. Straight into that goes our batter. And to finish up, we're going to place some roughly cut strawberries straight on top and give them a little press in. Perfect, so that's done. We're going to put this into a fan-forced oven at around 180 degrees Celsius for around 45 to 50 minutes. Let's come back later and check out how it looks. So that's our awesome paleo strawberry and yogurt bread straight out of the oven. Place it on a cooling rack for around 10 or 15 minutes and it's ready to serve. Have a cup of tea and relax, you won't regret it. If there is a recipe you'd like to see us make in the Luvele kitchen, please let us know in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you've enjoyed this recipe, please give us a like. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week for our next Luvele Life recipe. So what do you reckon? Pretty good?
I'd eat that.
You just did.
I'll have some more.
Go for it. Knock yourself out. I reckon that's pretty good. Barb's has done it again.
Done it again, mate.
Yeah, all over it.
She's a kitchen genius.
She is a genius.
She's a cake whisperer.